Garfield the cat. This relatable cat could be considered one of America's most treasured and beloved cartoon cats. If you're a Heathcliff fan, this video is not for you. Please turn the video off right now. Garfield has been running in the paper since 1978 and continues to make me laugh every time I read a new comic with that funny, lasagna-loving cat. I relate to Garfield a lot because he is very worldly in his ways, much like me. And also, much like The Simpsons, Garfield is going to be at the forefront of comedy for a very, very long time. Hopefully Garfield will still be on the front page of the funnies long after I'm gone. But this begs the question. A comic strip that's been going on for 41 years? Pfft, is there any Garfield comics that, are the funniest? Ones that are so side-splittingly funny that you wonder if there's anything this cat can't do. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as an expert in my Garfield, I'm here to tell you that there are 5 strips that just take the cake. Or lasagna, as Garfield would say. Number 5. This Garfield strip is the 5th funniest to me because it shows that even though Garfield likes to do a lot of human things, like eat lasagna or kick a dog off a table, he's sometimes like being just a regular cat. Sometimes cats like to just bite you right on your hand when you're having a fun little playtime with them. What a funny orange cat. So relatable. Number 4. While this strip focuses less on Garfield, it is still funny. John loves monster movies and hates rom-coms, so he just hopes that Liz will pick a monster movie. Now, I would like to mention, Liz, it might be his girlfriend? It's never established in the Garfield canon. I have checked the Garfipedia. This strip is funny because Garfield is just ready with the tissues at the end. It makes John's life a little easier. John is shown to be a bit of a rude person, but I won't go deeper into detail as to not spoil John's reputation for all the Garfield fans who may not be as caught up as I am. Number 3. This Garfield strip shows the sad side of Garfield. Garfield is shown as America's sweetheart, but did you know that Garfield has a crippling catnip addiction? In several strips, it is shown that Garfield has a problem, going to extreme lengths to get his fix. In this strip, Garfield happens upon a field of catnip and goes on an all-night binger. This can be assumed by the reader as the next frame of the comic shows him waking up the next morning in Atlantic City with some doll he's never met before. Garfield goes wet and wild in this strip, and that makes me laugh a lot, even if it is me laughing at his pain. Number 2. This strip is very controversial. I don't even think I can show it on the internet, but I'm going out on a limb here for all my fellow Garfield fans out there. This strip is very not safe for work, so for all the young Garfield fans out there, you best just skip ahead to the end of the video because after this, there's not much left. This strip shows John drinking a heaping cup of what the reader can assume to be his semen, but from a dog. John is freaked out because he thought the cup of semen was actually a cup of coffee left out by his girlfriend Liz. Again, the wiki is very confusing with Garfield canon, so Liz might not be his girlfriend, we do not know. Jim Davis, however, says that this is not the case. He says, on the farm, we used to give first calf heifers a high-protein supplement to help them deliver healthier calves. The supplement was provided by our vet. I assumed that there would be a similar supplement for dogs. So John is drinking a protein-enriched drink formulated for a pregnant dog. I do not agree with his statement because it just isn't funny. What he said was not a funny joke. And finally, number 1 funniest strip of all time for Garfield. Greased Wiener. Thank you for tuning in to my top 5 Garfield video. I will try to find a list of maybe the top 5 unfunniest Garfield strips and put them up in a video. But that may prove difficult because Garfield is very, very, very funny.